Hello everyone! Welcome back to another 1v1 battle. This is going to be Middenheim versus the Vampire Counts. Seems like I'm repeating myself a lot lately here. So for this army, playing the Dwarf Unwanted made me thinking about other like unwanted units. This is not an entirely unwanted army, but I did bring a couple. We have the Hellblaster volley gun is in the center of our formation, and I also brought 3 Free Company Militia. Both of these are not units that you normally would see. Besides that, everything else is kind of standard though. We have 4 Spearmen up in the front and then 3 Great Swords in the middle. I brought 2 Wizards for this one. A Jade Wizard to support the fight that Boris Taubringer is going to get into with either Lords or Heroes, because I want the healing from the Jade Wizard, and then also a Light Wizard with only the net of Amatok to pin down any unit that I need to pin down. Then back here we have an additional Spearman unit in the back, and then we also have a Demigryph Knight with Halberd, because this is the Middenheim, so you don't have access to the Royal Altdorf Gryph fights, or else I would probably take those instead. But I mean, you can do this entire setup even with Boris and just play the Empire, but I like playing with the blue, you know, Middenheim, power to Middenheim. I don't know. All I really want is an army painter in this game. Can we get an army painter? CA? Maybe an army painter? Is that anyway? For the enemy army here, we're going to have the Red Duke on a Hellsteed, and the spells they brought is Raise Dead and Invocation of Nehek. And since they're on the fastest mount that the vampires can bring, you kind of know what they want to do. Besides that, we have 2 Crypt Horrors, we have a front line of zombies, behind them we have a Corpse Cart with the Unholy Lodestone, which is not something you see a lot of these days. And we also have 3 Graveguard. Then over here we have a lot of Cav with a White King, we have the Blood Knight, a Varix Reavers, and then a Black Knight, which is a substantial amount of Cav over there. So my plan here is just to try and ward off the Red Duke from getting over here before the armies meet and start summoning skeletons everywhere. The Free Company Militia can do well against the monstrous creatures of the undead, be it flyers or their Crypt Horrors and or Vargulfs, so I thought they were an okay pick against them. Besides that though, they are still decent in melee, so if skeletons and zombies get summoned on top of them, they can fight and duke it out pretty well against Skeleton Warriors. That's another reason why I brought them against Vampire Counts. I'm going to be putting most of our Spearmen over here on the left side because that's where all the enemy Cav is. I'm going to have my Demigryph Knights over there as well. And then again, I'm just going to have Boris out here within range of our Wizards and all of our guns, including the Hellblaster volley gun. And I'm just going to either try to bait the Red Duke into coming in at me, which I don't think they're going to, because the Red Duke would probably lose the fight 1v1 against Boris Taubringer, especially when he's only on a Hellsteed. But at the very least, I want to keep my dude close enough to support a battle against the Red Duke if I can net him with my Light Wizard. But yeah, over here, we're just getting a line of Spearmen over here. Again, the Demigryph Knights there. I'm going to start opening fire on the Corpse Cart with the Unholy Lodestone, because I do not want that buffing up the entire front line of forces here in the Crypt Horrors, so I'm trying to take that out here briefly until the Red Duke gets in closer. Then I think I'm going to reassign the target here soonish. Pretty soonish? Maybe not. I mean, maybe not. I'm going to assign them to fight the Red Duke here very shortly, and I'm just keeping an eye on the enemy units that are coming over here. For some reason, the Blood Knights are kind of spread out from the rest of the Cav. I'm not entirely sure why, but that's fine. And then the Red Duke is coming in close enough. You can see he's flying in. You know he wants to summon some skeletons on this unit right here, and that's the time. So we drop a net. We have all of our Free Company Militia start firing at him. We charge him with Boris Taubringer. He is forced to summon the Skeletal Warriors right here because the Skeletal Warrior summon is not a very long-range spell. And then we're also going to have the Hellblaster volley guns shoot him, and you can see he is just going to get torn to pieces. To pieces. We're going to chase him a little bit, but he's going to start crumbling, and then he is going to die. And there he goes. And it's very satisfying to see the enemy Vampire Lord dying like that. And now the enemy's lines are going to start charging us, which is totally fine. The Skeletal Warriors do get into our Hellblaster volley gun, but that's fine. We're going to support them with some Spearmen over here. Meanwhile, the Blood Knights are going to be coming in to hit my Free Company Militia. I'm going to pull these guys out of the way because I don't want them getting charged. Then we're going to charge the Blood Knights when they counter, or when they charge my Free Company Militia. Our Great Swords are going in, fighting against the Tithe, and then these Graveguard over here. I'm buffing them up with a heal spell currently around this whole unit, just to make sure that they can win against the Graveguard. And I think this is a missed micro, why they're so far away, so now the enemy is pulling these forces back. They're probably too concerned trying to save the Red Duke at the time, because they got caught. So here we go. We are going to countercharge these Blood Knights. We're going to get Boris Taubringer in here, and I'm okay with him charging my Free Company Militia. We're just going to pile in behind him. We're getting spears coming in here as well. We're fending off the one skeleton summon that they managed to summon in this battle is about to fall. I'm going to do another heal spell on these Great Swords soon-ish with our Life Wizard. And then we just netted some Crypt Horrors here and this Corpse Cart to keep the Crypt Horrors from getting into our Great Swords, to try and make sure that they can win this fight against the Graveguard first before they have to deal with the Crypt Horrors. So the Free Company Militia, now that they are freed up, I'm having them targeting the other Crypt Horrors nearby because they do decent damage against Crypt Horrors. Their guns are very good. Well, decent enough. Meanwhile, over here, the Varix Reavers are going to get caught by our Spearmen, and then this Black Knight is going to do really good rear charge against our Greatswords, who I just applied Earthblood to. So this is going to eventually rout our Greatswords. That was a good rear charge there. Cryptors are finally going to be microed into this group of Greatswords who won their battle against the Tide Zombies just in time. And then again, the Free Company Militia over here shooting into these Cryptors. My Hellblaster volley gun is currently obstructed because I was trying to have it fire at the Corpse Guard, but there's actually a hill here, which I was not really noticing at the time of the battle. But I'm eventually going to reacquire target to these Cryptors. As you can see there, we're starting to fire over there. Boris Towbringer and these Free Company Militia are going to fight this one White King who came in to try and rout our Free Company Militia. The Varix Reavers were pulled out, and they're going to be cycle charged back in. And again, I try to save our Grave Swords here, but the rear charge from the Black Knights is just too much. But our Demigryph Knights are going to be coming in to fight them because they were fighting against the Varix Reavers who pulled back. So now I'm going to put them on the Black Knights. The Black Knights are going to try to run, but we're going to net them with the Light Wizard right here and continue to chase them with our Demigryph Knights. Meanwhile, the Hellblaster volley gun, not having to worry about any summons and really well protected with these Spirit lines, are just having a field day against these Cryptors. And the Varix Reavers are actually going to charge right through our Spearmen, knock them straight down, and they're just going to kind of keep charging. And I think they try and get into our Free Company Militia here. I think is what they do. So we're going to follow them with the two Spearmen that we have nearby. I was trying to pull back these Free Company Militia and engage the Cryptors with the Spearmen, but they kept chasing my Free Company Militia, which is okay, because they're just getting hit by both units now. This one group of Greatswords is going to try and hold back these Graveguard over here. I'm now reacquiring our target of the Corpse Cart because we've destroyed that Cryptor right here. And now Boris Towbringer and these Demigryph Knights are just finishing off these Black Knights over this way. Cryptor is about to fall, and now you see there's going to be a mass crumbling. And that is going to be a victory for Middenheim against the Vampire Counts. So good game to my opponent. This army was made to try and destroy a vampire leader before they got close enough to summon their undead into the middle of our formation. I had the Hellblaster volley gun, the Light Wizard here, specifically made so that if they brought like Vlad, we would try to net him away from the army, focus him down with the Hellblaster and try to snipe him with Boris. And if they brought a flying leader, again, that's why I have Boris on a Griffin in this one, so that we can take them out in the air along with all the Free Company Militia and the Hellblaster volley gun. And luckily enough, it did work this time. We managed to get the net off, and the Red Duke just kind of crumbled. There's so, like, we had 3 groups of Free Company Militia firing at him, and a Hellblaster volley gun, which does massive amounts of armor-piercing damage, and then, of course, Boris coming in behind, so it was a lot for him to withstand. So yeah, because it's hard to fight a Vampire Count army if they are able to get into your lines and just summon those Skeletal Warriors all over the place. The Skeletal Warriors can be summoned, you know, on my Demigryph Knights to prevent them from charging my Blood Knights, or their Blood Knights, you know, they could be shutting down my Hellblaster volley gun, all of my Free Company Militia. It's a pain. So I tried to make this army to try and murder the Lord before they actually got to do that, and it happened to work this one time. But again, good game to my opponent. Let's take a look at the kill count. Boris with only 5 kills. He was only fighting against the Red Duke, a White King, and I think Black Knights at the end. But besides that, no kills for our Wizards because I never put them into combat. I didn't want to risk them that way. The Spearmen, I think, did really well. Our Great Swords did really well against the Graveguard. Free Company Militia got a low amount of kills because they were mostly trying to shoot at Cryptors when they came in, and they got into melee against Knights and things. The Demigryph Knights did amazingly well. They're Demigryph Knights with halberds. They do exceptionally well against all of the enemy cav, especially if they don't get charged. So if they're able to freely charge, they do even better. And then the Hellblaster volley gun managed to do a ton of damage to the Red Duke and some other units here and there. So it wasn't necessarily essential. Like, you can just replace this with 2 riflemen and probably have the same outcome. Probably would even be better, honestly. But again, I wanted to use this because I was in a mood to let's use units that you never really see. So that's why I brought this thing. In most cases, I would probably never really bring this. I think riflemen are basically better than this. Then for Tijuanated, sorry, I've been mispronouncing your name. Let's see, the Blood Knights got 32 kills, which is not that amazing. The Varix Reavers, though, 94 kills is really good. And then the Black Knights did manage to rout off one of our Great Swords before we caught them with the Demigryph Knights. Corpse Guard did what a Corpse Guard does. It does AoE buffs. The Cryptors, one did really well. The other one, this may have been the one chasing our Free Company Militia, I can't remember. And then the Tithe, they did manage to hold down one of our Greatsword units for a while, and that's all you can really expect of them to do. That's what they're really good at doing. And again, good game to Tijuanated. I know, I mispronounced that so bad. But again, I hope you enjoyed that battle. Let's take a more cinematic view of the Middenheim versus Vampire Counts. These things do fire pretty quickly. I'll give them that. You think this Necromancer would die after one hit to the chest from this Hellblaster volley gun, but nah, guess not. Then the Red Duke coming in. Now we're going to switch targets. These dudes look really cool. These Free Company militia about to have a bad day. But actually, like, it seems like the mass of the Free Company militia is actually not that bad. Like, they didn't really get trampled down that hard, considering they were charged by Blood Knights. See all this Free Company just shooting that White King as he came in? It's pretty cool. I like the idea of the Free Company militia. The Sterling's, oh, not Sterling's Revenge. Are they Sterling's Revenge? Is that the renowned unit version of the Free Company? They are really good. Don't see these babies often. Now that I'm putting you in the spotlight, you don't fire. That's, oh, there we go. Then the good old reliable greatswords. And there we go. So thanks again for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the Hellblaster volley gun and Free Company militia. I will see you all in the next battle. Have a good day.